All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. Shalom, shalom, and shalom. Sister Deborah, prophetess in the wilderness. And you know what? That's all right with me. Coming again on this devil platform with another message. I will say this is a lovely Sabbath day, morning, in which the Most High Yah has made. And I, Sister Deborah, shall and I will rest therein. Just coming with a message. And the message is titled, They Came Here That Way. Let me explain that to you. I'm going to see if I can cut this here down. It was something that was spoken to me when I woke up this morning and I began to fix up the bed. And the Spirit said to me, they came here that way over and over and over again. It spoke that to my spirit. And I said to myself, within myself, I shall speak on that topic. And here I am. Whew. I remember doing the video regarding they came here like that once before. But I just am grateful and thankful that the Most High Yah is suffering me to speak on that topic again today. Um, they came here that way. Now, what he's doing, I understand it. And not only do I understand it in the fullness. Because being a servant of the Most High Yah, he wants us as servants to understand it is nothing going on that has to do with, no, it's nothing, there's nothing going on that has to do with us as an individual, as servants of the Most High Yah. This is not for our namesake. This is not our will. This is not our purpose. When you're a servant, you have to be able to look through the light and see that everything that was is, and everything that is shall be in the end days. Okay? Meaning, whatever it was and it shall be in the end days has nothing to do with you as a servant of the Most High Yah. It's to me, as an individual, I like to say to many out there that are servants, that it's like a comforter. He comes to comfort you, to let you know that it has nothing to do with you. Don't take it to heart, because these things need be, because they were as they is. They is the way it's going to be in the end days. Because the end is going to settle it out. Oh, it's going to round that thing up and bring that thing down. Okay. That's what the end is coming for. Okay. A lot of people got people thinking that the end is going to bring them this. But no, no, baby. The end is not going to bring you all this. Matter of fact, I believe that if you are not geared, I guess I could say that, the Ruach is not in you to help you get the understanding of what's going to take place from A to Z. Not to say you know A to Z. It's just the form of his comfort that would teach you A to Z, so you won't be stuck out here on stupid and thinking you going somewhere, you see, or you doing something. So when I look at it as a form of, oh, he ain't trying, he's comforting me. When he say to me, Deborah, they came here like that. It's like, oh, he just trying to comfort me. That's all he's doing. He's trying to let me know in the human flesh. It is not for your name's sake, Deborah. It is not your will. It is not your fault. This is all connected to me and me only. So you know who created everything from the beginning to the end. You know all about that, Deborah. You know already. So today, when I woke up, when he said that to me, first thing I thought, well, that's a good topic. But as I began to move around, he spoke it again and again and again. I said, you know what? Thank you. Because I realized all he wanted to do was comfort me. And I honestly, I'm not, yes, I guess I am. I can sit and say I'm not, but the truth of the matter, he wouldn't bring that to me in that way, in the way that he brought it, if he did not feel that he needed to comfort me in the way that I needed to be comforted. Being so that the servants in which he has appointed for such a dark time as this, they need extra comfort, because there's, let me say that example to y'all. I know many of you out there will not and cannot comprehend, but going back to what he say, you come here like that. That means the way that you come here is the way that Yah has assigned you, because he knew you before you got here. He knew you there. Okay, so that's what he's saying to me. Don't think that he don't know, or I should know, because it's not my will. It is his will. My purpose, my thing is to serve him in the way as his mouthpiece in this midnight hour. Okay, but what he's saying is, Deborah, you need that, because when he said it 3 times, I began to say, oh, he's comforting me. And that's what he was doing. Let me tell y'all why. When a prophet came, they needed Yah on their back. They needed him on every side. They needed him, because things they would go and say to the people, they got beaten, they got put in prison. So many things was done to the prophets of yesterday, to where if the true prophets of today don't grip what they went through yesterday, this is why the prophets today need that comfort within them. That comforter is because the prophets of yesterday needed it as well. You see? Why? Because they were only speaking what Yah gave them to speak. And when they did that, they got beaten, they got put in prison, and they got murdered. Tell me my father don't know what he's doing today. He knows that in spite of how dark it is today, even though it was dark yesterday, but it was covered up. That's why it said that which were in the dark. So tells me, don't pull up on me on Torah, because to me, the way he taught me, those were dark days. That which was in the dark, Deborah, shall come to the light in the last days. So when we come up and we pull up today, we thinking today is so horrible. But the Father say, check yesterday, and you realize it's a carbon copy of today. The difference was and is, yesterday was hidden. They got away with all this stuff. Because even when I sit back and I just be a hearer of people and hear people issues and hear things, it all started back then. It all started back in the day. It didn't start today. Homosexual didn't start today. But you let the people today tell you, oh, it's so this, it's this. But baby, wait a minute. Come on now. Come go with me to judge, to Solomon and Gomorrah. It had to have been going on way at the beginning. You see? It ain't something that's shocking today. So when he's coming to comfort me, he's coming to comfort me with the ideal of they, who are you talking about, Father? They came here that way. Don't put so much servants out there. Don't put so much energy in trying to minister to neighbors, family, co-workers, friends, husbands, wives. children. Don't put too much on you that you can bear, because you cannot change what? They came here that way. That's what he's saying to me. They came here that way. So the way that they came, you and I cannot change. What do they do? What is it they do to be able to survive that way? They blame you. They make sure they can point the finger and fail to see the other finger is pointing at them. The shorter end is pointing at them. So they have survived that way. That's their survival skill, is to blame someone else or to blame you, but yet they never looked in the mirror and realized this is how you've been since you was young. Here you are in your 70s and 80s. Ain't nothing changed. Oh, let me see who I can blame to justify, to clarify, to identify why I'm thinking this way, feeling this way, or speaking this way, or I see it to be this way or that way. You know why? You've been that way. Like the Father said to me this morning, they come here like that. This is not just for you all out there that I'm speaking to on YouTube. This is for the meeting also that I'm having tomorrow with my children. Is you came here like that. Yes, did he put a light in the household? Yes, he put a light in the household. But even having a light in your household is not going to change you. Why? Because you came here like that. You leave here like that. Y'all didn't know that, did you? Yes. Yes. You come and you go the same way you came. Why? Because the power is in the one that sent you. And he ain't changing it for you. So when you try to chase reasons to try to make an individual what you want to make them out of or to be, you need to start first and foremost with yourself. And that's something that I was thinking about. I was thinking when the Father kept saying it to me, I was thinking that, you know what? It is so important that we judge ourselves daily, every day, y'all. Judge yourself. It's okay. It's okay to judge yourself. See what's within you that it's not, don't feel right, that you know that ain't right, that you think it ain't right. Judge that bad boy. Judge it. Shut it down. That's the same example where he said, when your right hand offend you, cut it off. Father. Ooh, Father. Father, yeah. Cut that bad boy off. This is the same thing I'm saying. So I appreciate and I am grateful that he could come to me and speak to me on that level. Why? Because he knew already my thoughts. He knew my ways of what was coming on down the pipeline. See, he already know. So I called that. Once he said it to me he said it to me more than 3 times this morning. But once he said, I said, that's a form of comforting me. Thank you, Father, Yah, for comforting me. Thank you so much. You all, this Most High don't have to do what he does. But no matter what he does and how we see it, he's the best. He's awesome. He is awesome. He's the best of the best. He's the greatest of the greatest. And if nobody can't speak that way of him, I can and I will. I will and I shall, because I've learned him myself. He's shown me himself. You see, and that's another reason why I can't afford to hear the mouths of the world and the mouths on these platforms. But I can hear the ear that heareth, and that is the Ruach speaking to me. He that have an ear, when he said he that has an ear, he's talking about has his Holy Spirit in them. That's the ear. That heareth. Let him hear. He ain't talking about your natural ears. He talking about the Holy Spirit ear. Yeah. So I am so thankful for him doing that. And not only that, I thought of it. I got tears trying to run, you guys, and I'm trying to hold them back because when you think of the type of spirit that he is to you, and how he don't have to do the things that he do, but somewhere in him, all up in him, is his reason of why he does it. And I think of it as, I don't have to know him like you know him. I know him like he has suffered me to know him, and I am grateful. I am very grateful. And just the idea of just talking about it and saying, do everybody experience this? There I go again, wanting everybody to experience what the Ruach is giving me. I'm just a person that always wants someone to feel this time. But like you say, they can't feel it, Deborah, unless I, the Most High Yah, give it to them to feel. So I am grateful for that comforter coming to me this morning. I am very grateful because just thinking about it as I'm speaking about it, it doesn't put me in a place. I'm gonna tell y'all, it doesn't put me in a place better than anyone else, greater than anyone else, all this and that. That's not how I see it. I see it as if I'm a nothing, but yet he found something that's in me that's worth being in him, in me, to where he is communicating with me at that level. And I know exactly what it is. It's him in me. That's what it is. That's just it. And he wanting me to know, what's what. So when he's saying they came here like that way, it's a form of comforting me. And it really is. Like I say, to bring this message to you all and to bring the message that I'm going to bring to my children tomorrow, it's a form of comforting me ahead of time for what is yet to come. And understand, it's nothing you say or you've done, or it's not your will, it's not your for your name's sake, but it's who you are in me. Okay? And that's it. Cut. You see? And that it brought up the prophets of yesterday. And I thought about my brothers yesterday and how they lost their lives, all because they were the same thing I am today, a servant of the Most High Yah. Somebody paid the price for Sister Deborah to be able to speak right here today. We know Yeshua HaMashiach paid the price. We know the Most High Yah paid the price. We know that. We know that. But I like to say that the price also was the price of the prophets of yesterday that came to represent the voice of Yah then as today. Those are still the same one. They paid the price by the example, showing Sister Deborah what they had to do for the Most High Yah, on the behalf of the Most High Yah, how they were the servants of the Most High Yah that went into the cities, that got locked up, that got beaten, then got murdered. Okay? Suffered in their when they were murdered. They didn't just die. They suffered. You see, for me to be sitting here on YouTube, the devil's platform, to tell the same thing that Yah gives me to give you, they died for. You see, they died for it. Today, and where we're at today, you're dying for it, but you're dying in a different way. You're living, being able to be the servant of the Most High Yah And don't think the death that they died was in the flesh. They didn't die in the spirit realm. That means the suffering that Sister Deborah will endure would also be in the flesh. That's why the difference from then and now, because the Comforter comes to live in me, to comfort me in every step that I serve him in. That's greater than what he was back then. It ain't that he wasn't that, but these prophets, they came, their mission were to come and serve the Most High Yah as a mouthpiece. And the same people that's looking at me cockeyed on this devil platform is the same people, children, that killed those same prophets of yesterday. Oh, yes. The same people that killed Yeshua HaMashiach is the same people that's looking at me right now cockeyed and thinking that they can judge Sister Deborah in the way that they desire to judge her because they came here like that. So that's what he's saying. Don't take your focus off, baby. You know who you are. You know who you were. You know what I taught you way back. He bring all that up to me just to let me know. See, keep in mind. Just keep in mind. They came here like that, Deborah. They came here like that. You see? So I thank him for that, because that was the last thing on my mind as far as concern about somebody coming to me or someone is away that they are, because I didn't wake up with that mind frame. But guess what? He knows your thoughts on down the line. You see, he knows what's what on down the line. So I will say that again, they came here like that. So I said to you all yesterday that you can go on and go into the bathroom, look in the mirror. Until you able to judge that ugly face, you lost in darkness, baby. You are totally lost in darkness. Until you able to look at yourself and judge yourself and say, wait a minute, I've been like this for a long time. I don't have this. And I'm not just talking about materialistic things. I don't have a personality. I don't have a friendly spirit. I don't have I'm not a people person. You know, I'm like this. That's you in your cave because you are in darkness. That's just who you are. You came here like that. And when you come here like that, guess what? Y'all, it's not changing you up down here. Because he knew you there. He ain't coming down here to change you. The change is already in you. Let's take, for instance, me. When I think of 4 years old, I thought of this too. When he had said this to me as I fixed my coffee and everything, I said, well, wait a minute. So if we come here like that, then I'd speak on 4 years old. But did I come here? You came here like that. But when you set on your act, when I activated fully your mission, it was already in you. I activated that bad boy. Okay? For the what? Hour, the minute, the second, the day in which he had already had it in him, that I began to do what I'm doing today. You see, I wasn't teaching, preaching at 4, even though I knew him then. You see, so this is what he's saying. It's when he say they come here like that, he said his investment in us that represent him, it's already invested in us. It's in us. It's found in us. He that has the serpent seed, it's found in you already. So that's why you can't cross that threshold. You can't get over to the other side, because you came here to represent that side that you on, that you can't seem to cross over to. That's why you can't cross over, and you waiting for that other bridge that you think you're gonna cross over when you get there. Oh no, baby, ain't gonna be no bridge for you, said the Most High Yah. So the reason why you can't cross over the bridge that's before you right now is because You came here to reside on one side of the bridge, and that's where you at. That's why you can't get to the other side. You come here like that. No, mama didn't do it, daddy didn't do it, sister didn't do it, brother didn't do it. You come here like that. Now, the way that you come down here as, don't forget, it's what he said to a man. The children, your seed, the children seed. So if you're like you are, then your daddy or his daddy or his daddy or his daddy, you came here like that already. You see? So what happens? You're going to remain where you're at. That's why you can't figure out. Because in my mind, I'll be trying to figure out, I said, Father, it just seemed like the more pure word, more spirit and truth, more spiritual food seemed the less and less and less and less. Why? Because a lot of people want to spread out their emotions and feelings on your messages. They want to take it and apply it to them in a way that, hey, don't tamper with my emotions. Don't tamper with my feelings. Get somewhere and sit down. Stop clowning. People should be tired of clowning. Everywhere you go, you got to clown. And that's why you still on the other side of the bridge. That's dark. Because you keep finding ways to justify, clarify, and identify your ugliness, when all you have to do is go to your mirror and look at in the mirror and call your ugly self what it is. But you can't do it. You can't do it. Because when you go to that mirror, you see yourself to be all that and some. But guess what he said to me to tell you? You came here like that. That means you're going to leave here like that. He just wanted to let me know the power already been ordered, Deborah. They came here like that. So don't expect their expectation to be no different than what they have revealed to you with your spirit of discerning. And when you're trying the spirit by the spirit. Oh, a lot of people will say, well, you can't try spirit by, baby, you don't know what a spirit is. And when you know, it'll blow your mind. It'll blow your mind. He didn't say try the flesh. So they're showing you, he ain't telling you the flesh is there. He said spirit. You see? He ain't talking about try the flesh. Because if he said try the flesh, then the flesh has to be present with you to be able to try it, right? Right. No, he's saying the spirit. You can try a person's spirit a million miles away. They don't even understand. It's their words. It's their presence, even a mile away. It's a spirit. So when he's telling me they come here that way, it's like when you see these things taking place, keep in mind what took place before the foundation of the world and who ordered it. They come here like that. And not only did they come here like that, Deborah, they're going to leave here like that. Because if they come here like that, then that's the way they're going to leave, like they come. They're not going to come here and do about face, flip over, they crooked, turn straight. Oh, no, 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 no. No, 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 no. It's already written. Your journey for when you come in and when you go out. You just don't want to give that power to the Father. You want to give it to some man or give it to yourself or give it to somebody that you can talk to make you feel better about that whole ideal of what I just said. But let me tell you, he said, you come here like that. Who sent you? Something that's greater than you and who you got around you and who can speak to you and commune with you and manipulate you to believe you are all that and some. And everybody else is a lie. And going back to the prophets of yesterday, why? I think about, wait a minute. Yeah, you sent one prophet amongst thousands and thousands of people to talk, to speak what you had them to speak. One prophet. Just imagine what they had to go through. Knowing, no matter what I say to this people, these people ain't going to change. So when you hear Sister Deborah saying it, only reason why I'm saying it because of my brothers yesterday already paid the price for me to stand here today. Already paid the price. Yeshua HaMashiach paid the blood. He already the blood, the sacrifice has already been paid. Why? Because it wasn't today. It happened yesterday. And what did happen yesterday? That's the way y'all orchestrated. You see? So the price for me to stand here and talk on this devil tech platform was already paid for me. So what do? I look back at them and I said, wait a minute, hold up, brothers. Y'all lost y'all life in such a harsh way. They did this. They did this. Was Yah there? 100. Was Yah in the midst of them? 100. Was he on the left and the right? 100. In the back? Yes. In front? Yes. He was there all the time. All the time. But look how they got up out of there. Look at what they did. Were they out here having babies, having a home, having this and having that? Come on now. No. They just come to be the voice piece. But who did they come around? Nobody on this earth but Israel and Judah. Israel and Judah killed majority of all the prophets, y'all. The same one looking at me cockeyed. The children looking at me right now today cockeyed. It's still invested in them. Because it goes from generation to generation to generation. That's the way it came down here. That's why he knows already in a man's household is where his enemies. Did Yeshua know it? No, but he had to speak it because his purpose was to come to get us so close to the Father's will and his way as possible. Did they listen to him? No. I believe he's one of the Yeshua is one of the biggest denier on the face of the earth. 100%. 100%. Right here today, while you're looking at me cockeyed, guess what? Yeshua is one that more than half of the people on the earth don't believe that he ever existed. More. So it's the same way. But yet he lost his life. He was a blood sacrifice. If you count 15 billion people on the earth, 14 billion of them or more don't believe he ever exists. So you see how the comfort comforts me? Because I'm in that what you call dark days. He knows already that, okay, I've been with you since you was 4, but he knows he's been with me before then. But I said 4, but he said to me today since the beginning. Okay? I came here like that. That's since the beginning. I came here like this. You see? The time that I can remember is 4. But he let me know, check. You came here like that. That's why you cannot change. It's nothing in you that's going to flip the light off that easy and change you because you came here like that. You're going to leave here like that. So the way that many don't understand, it's no need in battling your ugliness, your wicked and your evil that's in you. You came here like that. You are other forefathers and that said, not just our forefathers, as far as them all out there saying, crucify Yeshua HaMashiach. Yeshua HaMashiach. Crucify him. Crucify him. Same people. This is their children looking at me today, cockeyed. And they have every right, because they came here like that. They didn't come to change what their forefathers did. That's why you see 400 years and more, really 400, probably 403 years and more, and still going. They ain't changed not an inch since they got off the boat. Ain't changed, y'all. They got better way, they got better opportunities to make a change, because now it ain't as worse, but they ain't changed this, y'all. Since they got off the ships. They ain't changed that. That's that same mind they had in the promised land they got right here today. They were shedding the blood in the promised land. So he's saying, see, I'm telling you, they came here that way. And they came here is saying from the promised land to the land which he has scattered, Israel and Judah. And he took it further. Come to the kingdom, Deborah. They came here like that. Ooh-wee! That means the mission that's rests within them is in them. They came here like that. You know what? Somewhere in it, I do fully understand. Somewhere in it, I can't say 100, but I'm fully understanding something about a people that Yah, it's almost like they came here like that. They like that. They're going to be like that. They're going to leave like that. But it's only going to be for his glory. Because on the other side, Mount Zion is going to show up and show out with that power to reverse that individual that came here like that. You see? That came here like that. It's almost like, let me set an example. You know how he told Moses to go to Pharaoh and tell him to let the people go? And Moses went on to say when he can't, he's not a good speaker and so on and so on. So he took Aaron with him, the prophet. So they went to tell the Pharaoh to let the people go. Where were they going? To power, to the king. Who met them there? Before they got there, who met them? The Most High Yah. He already done turned Pharaoh's heart hardened. You see? So you see how heavens and he that sits on the throne, he goes up and down and all around. He's everywhere. He's the I am. He can do that. He can pull up and say, Aaron and Moses, go tell Pharaoh to let go. Bam, Pharaoh. Bam, touch his heart so that he would not let him go. That's showing you the power of that right hand. That's the same thing I look at. And I don't have the fullness on it quite yet. And it could be just me wanting it to be like that. That it's, you chose such an ugly people just to reverse them at the end. That's how I'm looking at it. I'm hoping he break it down even more for me. It's almost like the worst of the worst. It's just like, say for instance, somebody been on drugs for 50 years. And all of a sudden, they are cleaned up. And they didn't go to a AAA, they didn't go to a rehabilitated center, they didn't go, they can actually say that the Most High Yah delivered them. All the family members, friends, jobs that the individual then lost, wife, he lost their children, he lost his children, he lost his wife. No one can believe the change, but when they see the change, then they begin to say, truly, there's a creator. Because if they could have changed 50 years of him being on drugs, strong, hung out, homeless for 20 of that years, and here this is what he is, truly, somebody gonna be convinced that there is a Most High Yahweh power. Because he been like that for 50 years. His children are adults. They ain't seen him since he was a baby, since they were children, small children. And when they see the change in him, truly, it gets people to do what? Believe that there is a higher power. And that higher power got power to deliver this man of drugs for 50 years. That's how I'm looking at Israel and Judah. I'm looking at them as the ugly of the ugliness because they are. That man that's on drugs, let me tell you something. That's ugly. 50 years, 20 years homeless, 20 years, 50 years addicted to drugs, strung out, skin and bones. I'm looking at this different. I'm looking at it totally different. I'm looking at it, wait a minute, surely there's a creator. Somebody got some power around here. That's what I would look at. I would never see somebody who has a testimony like that. I won't see it for them. I say, wait a minute, I know there's some power going on. I know there's a higher power. I know that there's a creator. Because this is the work of somebody that's higher than everybody. That's how I would look at it. So this is how I'm looking at Israel and Judah. They're getting uglier and uglier and uglier. To me, I don't think they can get any uglier around by now. But I truly believe, but I know that they will, because all the nations going to hate them. What are you going to hate them for greater in the end days that you haven't already hated them for? Come on, y'all, think. Why is in the end days they going, all nation, you should be hated by all nation? Because you're going to give them something to hate you for. And you running around here thinking you're an angel from heaven, that you all good and dandy. No, you're going to give them. You are giving them. I see our men sagging their pants from 13 all the way up to 70, 80 years old, sagging pants with their back end short. How do you expect the world to have respect for you doing something like that? Oh, they want to claim it as their tradition. They want to walk around with dreads on their head, and it's all over the place like they just woke up. Oh, that's our tradition. Use a lie from the pit of hell. If the Father will let you look over to Israel, but who Israel and Judah is, you'll see you've been lying, Judah. That is not your tradition. That's the tradition that the heathens and Gentiles and Europeans sold your dumb tail. Whatever they tell you is your tradition, you run your stupid tail out here and you try to live by it. Just like y'all see a lot of them all wrapped up and all clothed in. Go back to slavery. They looking just like slavery. These women in the Hebrew Israelite movement look like slavery on the cotton field. Out there on a cotton field like slaves. That's exactly who they look like. And it never dawned on them. Wait a minute. We always trying to tell everybody how to dress based on a religion and a tradition. Pull up. He ain't going to judge this flesh. He's going to judge this spirit. So let me get that spirit right so that spirit can tame that flesh. And if that spirit had a chance to tame your flesh, guess what? All that trash should come off. You'll begin to look as beautiful as you want to look for yourself. Not be trying to be in a tradition to make somebody see you from the outside to be somebody in the inside. Because you know what? It ain't going to match up. Matter of fact, it might match up, but it ain't going to match up. So a lot of them don't understand. Stop clowning out here. You just got your clown clothes on. Take your clown clothes off. Because he's going to do it at the end. When he purged the daughters of Zion, that mess coming off. He said that Bunny, Deborah, that head wrap, go to Isaiah chapter 3. Read Isaiah chapter 3. Watch, he strip you from that clown clothes you got on. He's telling you, I'm saying, wait a minute, you're taking the head wrap, Father. You're taking the bunny. Wait a minute, don't they need the head wrap? Father said, for what? For what? How do you think that I'm telling them right now they're going to have scabs in their head? Burning. Stank. Because I'm stripping them from all that tradition that they done told them they had to be up under. But then they didn't worry about who they were in the inner man, Deborah. They were so content of what they want to look like on the outer man to represent me. You don't represent me in your flesh. You represent me in your spirit. Once you got that spirit representing me, I will tame the outside with you and help you dress in a way that's appropriate for you on the outside. But no, we got to do it the way they say do it. We got to dress the way the heathens and Gentiles and the European got us under stupidity dress. And if you ever look back and see those slaves out in the cotton field, they dress just like the Hebrew Israelite women today. Just like them. And nope, that's not your tradition. Because who live? Who live in the promised land floating with milk and honey? dressed like that. You ain't gonna find no Hebrew Israelite women nor men dressed the way they are dressed today. Call themselves representing the tradition. Let me tell you something, baby. In the promised land, y'all had the best of the best. So no, baby, you wasn't wrapped like you are today. They just got you bent. See, the white man give y'all pictures. They give y'all books to read. They smeared every book you got in you that you run around here saying is the lost books and the found books. They done smeared all that mess and handed it to you, and you run around here trying to talk about a tradition. How about this? Live from within. How about that? And see how you can become who you are on the outer man. See, that's what they didn't want to do. For seeking ye the kingdom, it's coming from within. It's not what you look like on the outside. It's who you are and who you represent on the inside. And that one that you represent, you don't represent him because your flesh represent him. You represent him because that one that's in you didn't grip your spirit. And your spirit abide in his, and he is in you. So tell me you ain't gonna know how to dress after that. If you don't know how to dress after that, baby, you got the spirit of Satan's seed gripping you. Because after that Holy Spirit get in you, he said he will lead you. He said he will guide you. He will show you things to come. He will teach you all things. He will comfort you. So therefore, well, hold up. Where is that power that said he's going to do all that? He's within. He ain't looking for nobody on the outside to teach your tale. Because greater is he that's on the inside. What's the sense of he gonna be on the inside so greater, but yet you got somebody that's less than less on the outside trying to teach you and mold you and shape you, but then you forsaking the one that's teach you all things. Come on now. Get it right. It don't make sense. And you can't make it make sense because it can't make sense either. So I just appreciate him just speaking to me. Every time his will suffer him himself to speak something to my spirit, I am grateful. I am grateful. And as he said, they came here like that, Deborah. Always keep in mind. That's why he constantly saying this need be, baby. This got to be this way. Why? Because they came here like that. So let me just go on into my verse in which I do have. I want to go to Mark chapter 4 and verse 15. Mark chapter 4 and verse 15. In the gospel, not the gospel, in Mark chapter 4 and verse 15. Let's see what it is saying. Let's see what Mark chapter 4 and verse 15 is saying. Okay. And it reads, and these are they by the wayside, where the word is sown. But when they have heard, Satan cometh immediately and take away the word that was sown in their heart. This is Mark chapter 4, verse 15. And these are they by the wayside. Now, wait a minute, hold up. Let me check something here. Now, Yeshua is explaining the kingdom. Yeshua is on the earth explaining the kingdom. Yeshua is not on the earth just talking, y'all. He's giving us an insight, okay, of the word. Who is the word? The Most High Yah. You see? He's actually telling us how Yah has applied himself in people in this day and time. From not this day and time, since the beginning of time. But listen to what he says. Verse 15. And these are they by the wayside. Now, how do Yeshua know about those that are sown, because his mission is to come to get us as close as he possibly can to the kingdom. And who is the kingdom? The Father. See, a lot of people, by them taking these books and smearing it and giving you their own interpretation and their own belief and their own understanding and their own feelings about it, they left you hanging because they left no spiritual food for you. Yeshua had a mission to be the blood sacrifice. He was the lamb. When that lamb was sacrificed, the blood shed, it covered the sin. But what was Yeshua doing all those 30 some odd years? He was giving us food for the spirit that we may know the Father the way he knows him. Okay? He was giving us food for the spirit the way he knows the kingdom has set things up on the earth. That's what he was doing. He was telling us what the kingdom was like. We was down here clowning. He's down here telling us what the kingdom was like while he endured the suffering and not saying a word. What is it that where it says he said not a word? He said not a word. Because the word that he could have said could have took your tail out of here. Each and every last one of us wouldn't even exist had he said a word. I'm in trouble now. I am in trouble. Deborah, you're flying the people too high. You're flying them too high. You're flying them too high. Yeshua came to be the blood sacrifice. That's the Son of Man, born of a woman. Yeshua, that's the Son of Man, born of a woman. Yeshua, the Son of Man, born of a woman. He came to be the sacrifice for the sins. There's something that came with him. Was the Son of Yah. Was the Son of Yah. He come with him to teach us about himself. Not the Son of Man, but the Son of Yah. Who is himself? He's that power. He's that Father. He's that Spirit. He's that Word that came down here with the Son of Man. So when I look at 30 some odd years, I'm like looking at the Father. Father, hold up. You gave him that much years just to... He said, Deborah, no. Don't forget. The sacrifice was for the flesh, the Son of Man. Okay? But everything he spoke was because the Son of Yah was in him. Teaching them, the people, what kingdom was what the kingdom of heavens was really like unto. Teaching them what the kingdom looked like, the way the kingdom act like, what the kingdom created, who on the throne. Yeshua taught us that. Not Yeshua, Hamashiach, which is in Yeshua. They taught us that. Here today, as I call and I say, you look at me cockeyed, that's the same way they look at when they study in their book and they're not learning from it. They're looking cockeyed. So they tell you what they understand cockeyed, which is not the truth, because their eyes are cocked. They can't see the truth. Their eyes are cocked over one another. So they can't see, can't understand the truth. Okay? Because they can't see it. If your eyes cocked across each other, you can't see what it really stands for. So, but Yeshua HaMashiach came to give us some insight. Watch this here. In Mark chapter 4 and verse 15, and these are they. Wait a minute. Who are they? And who are you to know who they are, Yeshua? Why? Because HaMashiach with me. That's why. HaMashiach, the Son of Yah, is with me. Okay? And these are they by the wayside, where the word is sown. You see that word is sown? Wait a minute, hold up. You see that word sown? They come here like that. They come here that way. The word is sown. They come here like that. Now watch this. Understand, you see the word. Now, how could the word be in them and the book is them too? Is the word. You get what I'm saying? I want you to just look at that. That's that example I've been speaking many times on the platform. Listen to this. Mark chapter 4, verse 15. And these are they by the wayside. Why are they on the wayside? Because they came here like that. Woo-wee! They came here like that. Okay. Now listen to what it says. Where the word is sown. It's sown. Now, you're making it sound like a sower sowing some wheat or sowing something. It's in them. They came here like this. Okay. And the word is sown. So you think that you came here with this book, since you want to make it the word? It's going back to show you this book is not the word. It is words. And this is why 14 billion out of 15 billion is lost with the cost and without one. We'll leave that up to y'all to do with what he going to do with it. Because that's not in Sister Deborah's hand. But it says the word is sown, but when they have heard, Satan cometh immediately and take away the word that was sown in their heart. They came here with the word. Now, I don't think, Deborah, you're taking them too deep. You're flying too high over. You're flying too high. And I can feel I'm flying too high. Let me go back to 15. Let me just try to put it another way. Mark chapter 4, verse 15. These are they by the word. First and foremost, we're gonna go and bump it on up where it needs to go. We're gonna go to verse 13. Mark chapter 4 and verse 13. And he said unto them, know ye not this parable? And how then will ye know all parables? You see, remember yesterday I was telling you, he said, blessing is he that knows the word and the parables. Hello. That's something I was real good at when I was like, I say 16 to 19, 16 to maybe to 18. I knew that the parables was deeper than just the parables. And I knew that the word was the word, okay, of Yah. And I knew that there was a big difference in it, but both of them holds the key to the kingdom. You see, you have to be able to understand the parables and the word, because they come from where? The kingdom. That's where they come from. And the parables is for those who can't understand the word. So the parables come to give you an example of the word in a form in which you can understand it as a parable, which is in the flesh. You see what I'm saying? And he said, blessed is he that can understand the word and the parable. And 15 billion, now I ain't gonna say 15, 14 billion people don't even understand the word, let alone the parables. So here Yeshua is speaking, and he said to them, he says, know ye not this parable? And how then will ye know all parables? He's letting you know what I'm saying to you is so powerful. It's too powerful. Because if you don't understand parables, it's no way you're going to understand the word. If you don't understand the word, it's no way you're going to understand the parables in this day. Because see, the disciples got kind of off balance because they didn't understand the parables in which he was saying. They was like, hold up, what you talking to them with that? Why are you talking to them like, because they didn't understand it. But he said to the disciples, he said, blessing is he that shall come, that shall understand the parables and the word. See, reason why I understand it, because the way the Father taught me as a child what took place before the foundation of the world. That was the both parables and the word. You see, showing you both ends, allowing you to understand how heaven rumbles. That's the truth of the whole matter. He want to let you know how heavens rumbles. So we call it heavens, but you can call it whatever you want, but the above, the one that rule it all, how he rumbles. Okay. So here in verse 13, Mark chapter 4 and verse 13, and he said unto them, know ye not this parable? And how then, when ye know all parables? Letting them know. He's telling this to he's speaking also to the disciples. You ain't gonna know this parable, but it's gonna come a time that you will. Why? Because the key is gonna be ushered to you, and you will understand the parable and the word. Okay, you can't understand the both without the keys to the kingdom. You can't. Okay, so what happens in verse 14? The parable. Now y'all got to understand this is a parable. Okay, he said the sower sowed the word. The sower sowed the word. Okay, he sowed. The sower sowed the word. Okay, and these are they by the wayside, where the word is sown. Now, what did Sister Deborah tell you about the word? What is the word? What is the word? The word, you first have to understand, the word cannot be moved without the power. And the power can't take itself to become the power without the word. Okay, so the word was sown but when they had heard Satan come immediately and take away the word that was sown in their hearts. How did individuals have the word in their hearts? How? This is all got to do with they came here that way. They came here that way. It says, but when they have heard Satan cometh, but when they have heard Satan cometh immediately, look at that word immediately, and taken away the word that was sown in their heart. Right there, the Father is showing you who the word is. What do you mean, Deborah? The Gospel of John, chapter 1, verse 2. In the beginning was the word, and the word was Yah, and the word was with Yah, and the word was with him in the beginning. See who the word is? Oh, yeah. So the word is Yah, as I've been trying to tell y'all for the last 2 years. You can't make this book the word. The word is Yah. In the beginning was the word, and the word was with Yah. The word is Yah, and it was with Yah in the beginning. Okay, so how can you make it anything outside of what he said it is? It is him. He is the word. No, he's not words. He's the word. And here is a prime example right here. What do you mean, Deborah? Let's go back. You came here like that. You already came here that way. Now watch this here. Now we're speaking of a parable. Trying to get a bunch of people who lost with the cause and without one to understand the parable. Now this parable, here it is. And you still won't understand it like you didn't they didn't understand it yesterday. You don't understand it today. That's how potent it is. Okay. And this is why the keys to the kingdom has not been handed to just any and everybody. And you should be able to understand that. The Most High just ain't going to hand the keys to any and everybody. He's going to hand it to those he have assigned to have them, to teach, to bring forth spirit and truth. Because everybody is not geared to have spirit and truth. What you mean? They came here like that. They came here like that. Now listen to this here. The parable is set an example in Mark chapter 4, verse 15. And these are they that by the wayside, where the word is sown. The word was sown in them. How was the word sown in them? The word in the beginning, Gospel John chapter 1 and verse 2. In the beginning was the word was Yah. The word was with Yah. The word was Yah. He was with him in the beginning. So keep in mind, Yah is the word. So what did he do? When he breathed the breath into you, he gave you a spirit, and he gave you him. Himself was his breath. That's his breath in you. You see? So when we start off, we got a part of Yah in us. The word is sown in us. You see? We came here like that. Now watch this here. We came here like what? What I'm about to say. And it says, watch this here. But when they heard Satan cometh immediately. Why? Even though you are the word was sown in you, when Satan comes, immediately you take your righteous position, because every man has the breath of Yah in them. They have their own spirit that Yah gave them like unto him. So they have a spirit that's like unto the Father's spirit. He gave them their own private spirit like unto themselves. But yet it's like unto a spirit, an inner man like Yah. So therefore, when Satan cometh immediately and take away the word that was sown in their hearts. So he's showing you that in your spirit, you were sown. You were sown the word. But when it's okay, I'm gonna give you an example. Let's give you an example. And that's what he's saying to me. Give him the example, Deborah, in the garden. You see how perfect Adam and Eve was created? No sin, perfect on the earth. No sin had hit the earth. Immediately, why didn't they even think to go to all the trees that was in the garden or the tree of life? They went immediately to the tree of good and evil. Why? Why? They came here down that way. It didn't matter that they was created perfect, sinless. Everything was given, created for them. It didn't matter. It didn't matter. Why? Because they came down here that way. The way that they chose is the way that they came down here. So what? They got the breath of life. So what? Adam had the breath of life blown in them, and Eve. So what? They was on perfect foundation. They had no sin present. So what? You see, it didn't change them, did it? It didn't change who they were from the heaven. They came here that way, y'all. Adam and Eve came here that way. And what way was that? They came here to go strictly, immediately to the lamb. To the tree of knowledge and good and evil. Instant. In spite of all the perfect, sinless tree of life sitting there right next to them, right in the midst. But they chose. Why? They came here like that. They came here like that. In spite of them being sown the word. In spite of them being sown the word in their hearts, they still instantly, quickly, immediately went to the tree of knowledge of good and evil. They came here like that. Like many of you all are here for that perfect, for that purpose. And no matter what you say, you think, you live, you try to change, and you try to make others a lie, you can make me a lie. They did it to my fellow brothers back in the days who came to speak the word of Yah. They killed them. So it's okay for me. I'm good. I'm good. You can make me the enemy. You can make me whatever you want. I'm that to you. 100. Let's say it like that, 100. Okay. So as he said, and Satan come immediately. That's exactly how Adam and Eve, immediately they went to the tree of knowledge of good and evil, in spite of being in perfect paradise. Why? They came here that way. Okay. So what happened? Here in 15, it shows you, and take away the word that was sown in their heart. You see, what was it in Adam and Eve's heart? It's to not to take of the tree of knowledge. All these other trees and the tree of life you can take from, but they decide to go strictly for the tree of their pleasures. Why? They came here that way. That's why you can't stand and try to believe that it was a woman problem that brought sin. That's all chaos. That's all a lie. But since people have lived that lie for thousands of years, y'all gonna let it go what? The lie. Why? They came here that way. They came to believe the lie that way. Because if Adam and Eve had everything perfect, excellent, good for them, everything was perfect and good, and they came here and instantly went over to the tree of knowledge of good and evil, what do you think about the people today? They too shall run fast to the things of darkness and evil, quicker than Adam and Eve did. Okay. So I wanted to speak on that, and to say that they came here like that, even though they were sown the word. It cannot, you can be sown the word, come here with the word sown in you, because Yah is the word. So his breath alone speaks of the word. Okay. So when, as you go on, you're going to do exactly what many are going to do, exactly what Adam and Eve did. Go straight for the tree of knowledge of good and evil. And that's what Yeshua was teaching here. It's the sower that sowed the seeds. It's the Most High Yah. And this was the example of the 4 seeds, the example of the parable of the 4 seeds. 3 of the seeds were sown, and they all went in the direction of what? Satan. Only 1 seed survived. That's going back to the narrow gate as well. You see? So they came here this way. Yah did not give the earth the power over himself. He gave the earth the power over his will in the heaven. Woo-wee! They came here like that. Okay? So you can go on and make yourself be whoever you want to be. You came here like that. Now let's give an example. Matthew chapter 6, verse 10. In Matthew chapter 6 and verse 10. Matthew chapter 6 and verse 10, a prime example. Prime example. Oh, wait a minute. Let me see. Mark chapter 4. Let me see something. And this is why I want to let you understand, let you know why you don't understand. And you're not going to. Let me see if I can find it. Uh, 1 minute. Let me see if I can find. No, I have to go back to it, where the disciples was disappointed in a way because they couldn't understand the parables. And what are you saying to them? They were saying to Yeshua, what are you saying to them? I mean, what is this here parable? And he had to break it down to them. No, hold up, bro. They're giving the word. I mean, they're giving the parable. You giving the word. They're giving the parable. I give them the parable. But the word has been given to you. Hush up. Hush up. You got the portion of Yah with you. They getting the parables and hope that they can get it. The word later on. But they getting the parables. Okay. So in Matthew chapter 6 and verse 10, this is something I spoke to you all once before, but I know already that a lot of things you can say, you can stand on the mountaintop. people are not going to get it. And it's, you know why? They came here that way. They came here not having in them the word so that they can get the word, more word, or the word. See, they down here claiming to be about the word, but they are likened to those that were sown by the wayside, on the stones, on the thorns, and they have no idea that that's who they are. Now, watch this here. In Matthew chapter 6 and verse 10, again, I like to say they came here that way. Okay. Matthew chapter 6, verse 10, it says, the kingdom come, thy will be done in the earth. Whose will? You sure? No. The Father's will be done in the earth as it is in the heavens. See, in the heavens has all the truth. In the earth, it is done. His will is done. But the heavens hold all truth. But in the earth, the will is done as it is in the heavens. What they have taught for all these thousands of years is the earth rules. Oh yes, they got you thinking these priests. Look how people follow these priests for thousands of years. Even to today, they would kiss their feet. They would bow down to them. The priests. Same way with the bishops and the apostles and the pastors and the teachers and the ministers, the evangelists, the moorings and the watchmen and the seers. You bent up and you bent down. Seek ye Yah first, the kingdom in you. That's what he wanted us to do. But we chose to seek the outer man, what's focused on our outer man, because our flesh is that wicked. It feels it's going to be justified, clarified, and identified. If I go to a church every day, the door is open. If I go on a Sunday and on a Wednesday, or if I'm in the Hebrew Israelites, I go to the feast days, or I go to the days of service on the Sabbath. Y'all, it's not caught up in your Sabbath, your feast days. Those are things for your flesh. He knows if your spirit ain't seek ye the kingdom first, all that mess you serving on the outside don't mean a rat's behind to him. Y'all just playing the game. Now here in Matthew chapter 6 and verse 10, it identified to you 100. They came here that way. They came here that way. They came here that way. Which way is that? Verse 10. The kingdom come. Thy will be done in earth. What do you mean? My kingdom then came down for my will to be done. Where? On the earth. How? As it is in the heaven. They came here that way. So when you trying to figure out why your husband the way he is, you trying to figure why your wife the way she is, why your children the way they are, why your co-workers the way they are, your neighbors, your friends, your everybody the way that they are. When you trying to figure it out, guess what? Heaven's already got it checked out. And he got everything checked in too. Everything been checked out and checked in for eternal. Lake of fire or the kingdom. They've been checked out already. You see? And many of you all have no idea that these people came this way, here, that way. And that's why people don't want to even focus on the way the individuals are. They want to focus on that outer man so that they can manipulate many of you all from the outer end, and they're doing an excellent job. But the will suffer it to be so. So I like in Matthew's, even to say your prayers, you've been lying to yourself. Because to say your prayers as this is saying, a lot of people adapt this here. The prayer that Yeshua was saying how to speak. And then it was explaining to you, listen to this. Let me see if I can tag in on it. Okay. This is what Yeshua said, Matthew chapter 6 and verse 9. He says, after this manner, therefore, pray ye, our Father, which are in heaven. Holy be thy name. It's supposed to be holy be thy name. It's supposed to be holy be thy name. Now, notice Yeshua is saying this. When people got a lot of issues with this, they got issues with this because they're trying to figure out why is Yeshua telling people that this is the manner, therefore, in which you should pray. They didn't like the idea he was saying, our Father. What do you mean? Well, man, hold up, bro. What are you getting all bent? Our Father, Yeshua knows that he wasn't just our Father, but he was his Father too. You all just bent up and down trying to make the Father, the Son, and the Son, the Father are one. They are one in the mission, but they're separate in the kingdom. You better get it right. No, you don't better get it right. It's over. It's finished. Okay? You come here. You came here like you are, like you is, like you're going to be. Now, he's saying here, after these manners, therefore, pray ye. Now, just imagine the Son is teaching us how to pray to the Father. See, this is what I'm trying to explain to you that he did. He didn't just come for the sacrifice, the blood sacrifice for our sins. He came also to kind of give us how the kingdom is in the heaven so we can understand on the earth it's like unto the kingdom in the heaven. But no, we didn't want that. We want the earth to be all that and some in the kingdom. Hold up, we'll be there. That's how we see everything. Is hold up, I want to do what I want. I want to live this. I want to live this. This is my life. This is me. I got one life to live and don't even understand. It ain't even your life. It's your living, but it ain't your life. That belongs to Yah. Life is Yah, not you. That's why you should be trying to get in order, realizing that, wait a minute, I got something that belongs to the Creator. I'm using his breath, which is his life. You mean I ain't got no life? No, you ain't never had no life. You got to live it. You living out that flesh. That's what you living. You ain't living no life. That's his life. Because if you live in this life, then you have the choice to come in and to go out. And to continue to live 1 trillion years if you wanted to. If you had the power and the key and you were life itself. See, that's why we were taught all these years. And here 403 years done passed and we still no different than we were when we was in the promised land, messed up from the floor. Okay, so as I see here that Yeshua is saying in verse 9, after these manners, therefore pray ye. People had issues. I don't know if y'all notice or not. People have issues that he couldn't have said that. Why? Because he's teaching us how to pray to the Father, but he used that word, our Father. Wait a minute. You got to understand these are words. First and foremost, Yah is the word. And when you understand the word, you'll understand that Yeshua is the Son of Man born of a woman, flesh. What came with him was the Son of Yah, which was spirit, the word and the power of who? The Father. Okay, that's the Son of Yah that came with the Son of Man as one in the mission for who? The Father. Okay, so he's showing us, as I told you before, he did an excellent, a perfect example of showing us how to grip the hem of Yah's garment so that we too may be made whole. He showed us the kingdom and how it's set up from the floor. Like, you know how I pull up and tell y'all, he taught me what took place before the foundation of the world and before then. Back then, that's how I learned what I learned. I know what I want. But here go Yeshua telling you straight up from the floor. Our Father, which art in heaven, holy be thy name. See, he said thy name, Father. And he calling it our Father. Why? Because he knows he's the Son of man. Just like you and I. We look at the Father as our Father. So he's teaching us how to touch base with the Father. First, recognizing that in here, that you are in the heavens. You're not on the earth. So separating your natural father. He's sitting here letting you know you in the heavens. He calling what Yeshua is actually doing. He calling that throne out. And he calling him holy. Holy is thy name. Be thy name. See, he ain't talking to himself. He's talking to the higher power, the Father that sits on the throne that's in the heavens, that has all power, all authority, all life, all everything. He's trying to get us to look beyond us like he was doing and reaching for he that is greater than the greatest, the Most High Yah. Right today, 15 billion people have no idea, could care less. Even as I speak, it's more than 15 billion. I had to cut into that. Okay. So even right there, he began to tell you the kingdom come, thy will be done as it is in heaven. Don't go saying that prayer if you're a distance from it, because you're clowning. You're just clowning. Nobody got any business talking that prayer, speaking this prayer. This prayer is not for you. 99.9, this prayer is not for you. This prayer Yeshua is talking about is not for you. It's a beautiful thing. He was talking to the disciples. That's what's so beautiful about it. He was talking to already the seeds of the Father. It's not for you. First and foremost, you don't understand nothing it said. Starting with verse 9, verse 10, verse 11, verse 12, verse 13, verse 14, verse 15. You don't understand a thing it said. He ain't talking to you. But the only way you know that is through the Ruach that lives in you. He the only one can separate this mess to get you to see exactly what is being said. You can't just read that and assume, oh, I'm going to say that prayer. Heavenly Father, which art in heaven, holy be thy name, thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth, and thinking you done something. You ain't done nothing but play with yourself. But you came down here like that. That's why nobody can tell you nothing. Especially when it comes down to spirit and truth. No one has the heart, the mind, the spirit to embrace nothing that's spirit and truth. That has light to bring you out or to drag you out, to pull you out of the darkness. No. We don't want to come out of the darkness. Leave us alone, Sister Deborah. We want to stay right where we at. We're comfortable. You wrong. Stay there. Sleep there. Wake up there. Party hardy there. Enjoy there, because that's your portion. Solomon said. So that whole thing there, that prayer is not for just any and everybody. I want to say that. But the world is saying it. They're using that as the prayer. He ain't talking to you. He ain't talking to you. This prayer is for those who can touch the hem of his garment. They have already been made whole because whole has made them before they came down here. They came here knowing that this prayer is bigger than their flesh quoting it. You see, it's recognizing that the kingdom came down to the earth. That's what this prayer said, y'all. I know a lot of y'all didn't know that. Oh, yes. This prayer is telling those that are in the light that the kingdom of heaven came down. And the way he brought heavens down, he made it like it is in heaven, in the heaven. Oh, they came here like that. They came here like that. And the comforter is the only one can reveal to you and let you know they came here that way. And that's what Yeshua is saying. Heavens came down and made his will on the earth like it already is in the heavens. That's why I can't say all this stuff that's going on and I can talk about it. But and honestly, does it hurt to talk about it? Yes, because you know already where it originated from. Ooh-wee, Deborah, you gonna get yourself in trouble. But I got a lane to run into. I tell you that. It's already. This is just it, y'all. You can make it whatever way you wanna. You can think it the way you want it. You can feel it the way you want it. You can act the way you want it. You can make it whatever you wanted to make it. When you finish, heavens, check it off already. They came here that way. That's why he also, this is why he says that I will visit the iniquity of the fathers 3 to 4 generations, because he knew the seeds of wickedness were implanted in the fathers. He knew that throughout generation, from which end, Deborah? From the kingdom. He knew that. And for us to never, ever, 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 ever have any respect for that, that statement, and all together it's in there 15 times. 15 times. Warning the men that the seeds are coming to your womb. But they coming that way. They're not coming the way of no other way, but the way I, the Most High, the way I, the Most High, I am, said that it is and that it will be. Just as sharp as Yeshua sat here and said the what they call the prayer. Why was Yeshua saying that? Because Yeshua's job was the sacrifice, which was his body, for the sacrifice for the sin, the blood sacrifice. But the words he came, he needed the Ruach. He needed the word. He needed the power. Christ, the Son of Yah, in him. And he went to teaching what the kingdom have set up on the earth as it is already in the kingdom. You hear people get in and out of that, jump all over the place. Oh, it's like this. Oh, it's like this. But then every time you see them jumping both ways, that's because these are people who want to straddle the fence, because they want to win Yah on one side and they want to win the world on the other. Sit down, clowns. You're making a fool of yourself. You came here that way. Okay? So when Yeshua is saying this, I'm going to tell y'all, a lot of y'all would not know this, but there are a lot of people that's against this prayer, because they're saying that how is Yeshua calling it our Father? He don't need to be praying that. So why is he saying our Father? Because you didn't know that by the Ruach of the Most High Yah that was in Yeshua, which was the Son of Yah, that's the only way you're going to be able to understand anything in its instructions in this direction book. You can read this book for the rest of your life, and you lost with the cause and without, until that Ruach pull up of the Father come in you like he was in the Son of Man and teach you all things. Then therefore you will and you shall be lost with the cause and without one. Well, another thing, I'm going to stand on top of that. Yeshua came born as a man, come from a woman's womb like you and I. He came out of a woman's womb. So that means it's trying to tell you he was flesh, the Son of Man. He didn't need no man's sperm. He didn't need a man in the midst to bring Yeshua, the Son of Man. All he needed was that woman to bring that flesh forth. Praise the mighty Yah. That should check every man in the world. He didn't need your sperm. The Son of Man came down the bloodline of the spirit, not the bloodline of the flesh. He didn't come from Joseph's bloodline. He did not come from the bloodline of the flesh of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, David, and all of them. He came down the spiritual bloodline, which there's 2 bloodlines. There's a spiritual bloodline and there's a flesh bloodline. Which one are you? How about that? So when he came down as the spiritual bloodline, born of a man from a woman's womb, flesh. What did that say to you? See, y'all don't see my Father nowhere, do you? You never see him. You never see his power show up and show out. His power showed up and showed out right there. He said, stand down, Joseph. I need a virgin. Somebody ain't been touched by no man. Because I'm finna do a work. I'm finna do a miracle. Oh, y'all didn't see that miracle, did you? Oh, y'all didn't see it, did you? I knew you wouldn't. You couldn't see that miracle, could you? But you could see him making water into wine for the world. See how sick y'all are? He didn't make no water into no water into no wine. That was water they drank. Yes, that was water that they called wine. He didn't call it wine. He told the young men to run water, run it until the brim. Run it to its at the brim. What's the purpose of the brim? To show that nothing wasn't added. Take him to the rim. Ooh, Father, yeah, I'm in trouble. I ain't gonna get in trouble this morning. Take it to the rim. Yeshua told them, take him to the rim. Take that fully to the rim. So what? So nothing would be added. See, you couldn't get that without the Ruach. You couldn't get the fact that that was never water. Was it a miracle? Yes. Because the water that he had them to run in there was water they never tasted a day in their life. They never had nothing like that, to where they just assumed they had the best of wine. The Father want me to say to you, it's no way in the world he will send the Son to bless the world with wine as the first miracle on the earth. You've been a liar from the lying truth that you believe in. You's a liar. What is he going to send the kingdom down? To give the world wine. You see how foolish Judah and Israel have been. It was needed that we be in this captivity to learn a little something. We still didn't learn nothing. I mean, we learned zip. Even to today, we don't know nothing. He tells them to full the thing, the guys, to turn it and full it up with the water. An instant, we made that the first miracle. Because the book, the word said something similar. We just assumed that, hey, that's true. He may turn water into wine. You's a fool. Even though the wine back then was like unto a fruit juice, but strong, okay, where it can get someone a little feeling or whatever. But it wasn't what they put in alcohol and stuff in it today, but it was the wine back then. But tell me, why would the kingdom come down to the earth to give the world what it wants as the first miracle? Come on down, y'all. Y'all lied on my Father. You're going to continue to lie on him because that's how y'all are. That's how you all are. You're going to continue to live the lie. Now, why would he make wine for the world? He even called his mother out. Woman. What does that say? Stand down. You don't know who you in the midst of. That's what that said. Woman. That means stand down. When he went to the cross, she looked at him and what did she say? Woman. Separating himself from his mother. Why? Because he's the son that came down here on behalf of the Father. So that makes him higher than his mother. I don't have to answer to your flesh ways. Hey, bro, fill those things up with water and give that to them. Give it to him. And I said, but Father, in spite of it saying that, and then they went and made it to be, this is how the world is. They changed things. The Roman Catholic went in this book, smeared it up and smeared it down and handed it to you. You made it everything. Without the Ruach, you won't know what is what. You can say what you want. You can think what you want. You can feel what you want. You can make it whatever you want to be. You came here that way. Adam and Eve didn't come here to live on perfect, sinless righteousness. They came down here as that, but that's not the way they came down here to go. They came down here to go exactly where they went. Heaven's orchestrated it. Heaven's orchestrated it. The reason why you should know by now, you don't know. Y'all didn't have to put the tree of knowledge and good and evil. Well, Father, y'all, why would you do that? Why would you put that tree down in the midst with the tree of life? Why would you do such a thing, Father, y'all? Because heaven had already wrote it in, Deborah, and wrote it out. My will on the earth as it is in the heavens required what I saw on the earth, and what was, what is, and what is today on the earth is from what is from the kingdom. Because only thing, the people who are not lost, let me explain something. You somewhat lost because you still don't see the light. The light in that situation is this. You done made everything. Now, this is Sister Deborah finna go there. I'm going all the way there. You done made everything perfect. Everything on the earth sinless. Ain't nothing wrong with nothing. You done gave them everything they need to start. Adam and Eve to start. Father, they got everything. Perfect, great, excellent. Why would you put that tree next to life? The tree of eternal life. Why would you do that? Hey, Deborah, check. The kingdom assigned it. The kingdom, assigned it. They come here that way. So meaning they came, meaning it was. From which end? From the kingdom. So when y'all think y'all ruling something down here on earth, you ain't ruling nothing but your bowels. That's about it. Heaven's got everything wrote in and wrote out. And it ain't caught up from the floor from what you feel, your emotions, your feelings, your interpretation, your flesh wisdom, your flesh knowledge, your flesh understanding. It don't care about none of that. That don't mean nothing to nobody but you. Okay? You came here that way. So the way that you are today is who you are. Look in the mirror and see your ugly self. And judge your ugly self daily, and you'll find out really who you are. You won't have to do like Adam and Eve, run straight to the serpent tree. You already the serpent itself, if that's the way you came. When you look at yourself and you don't see nothing in you that is spiritual, and that is true. You can't see yourself walking, talking, or even thinking. Just a thought, pen needle of thought, which is a little bit of light. It's better than none. It's better than none. People don't even care about that. And they shouldn't. Why? Because they came here like that. You're going to leave here like that. Already written like that. Okay? So as you see that heavens had already had everything written, it's already completed. So the ways that many come and trying to make it on the earth to be, you can hang it up. Best thing we could do is speak spirit and truth. Speak in the form of righteous. Don't take unrighteous and try to make it look pretty. Trying to make what's wrong right. Trying to turn what's evil and make it look real pretty. Don't judge a person by the outer man. That'll fool you. That'll get you every time. Every time it'll get you out. It'll take you out of here. Don't look at the outer man. Because what they doing in the Hebrew Israelites, which is, you know what, I can't too much say nothing about the Hebrew Israelite movement because it ain't nothing but 8% of them. 8%. The other 92 don't give a rat's behind about the Hebrew Israelites. Don't care about being Jews. Don't care about being the true Jews. Don't care about nothing. So therefore, the 8% think that they know who they are, and they don't know a rat's behind because they ain't listened to the servants of the Most High Yah that He sent to be in the midst of them. They think they are Yah themselves. And that's what a lot of them are calling themselves Elohim. I know y'all don't believe that, but for real. They really think this is Haki. He got people thinking, I am an Elohim. I am a God. See, when you know who you are already and don't know who He is, you are the Satan seed. Check. You are Satan's seed. When you are so assured that you are the Elohim and you are a God, something wrong somewhere. You're right. You are. You are the seed of Satan. That's who you are. And that's why you so assured that you are God's. Last thing I want to be, first and foremost, when you say you are God's, you first got to understand that the Roman Catholic put in this book, G-O-D. And if you turn that backwards, that means dog. So if the capital G-O-D mean dog, and then you said you are God's, you got to add the S. You are dogs. So that's what you're representing. And you're too ignorant to see it. Because Yah is not G-O-D. That's a man-made word that they placed in there. And when they place it, all you have to do to learn a lot of it, you all, is reverse the word backwards. And it'll give you a better outlook of what the intent of their hearts were when they placed God in here. So while you all been thinking you calling Yah or the Most High, you've been calling dog. And when you run around here and say we are gods, you're saying you're dogs backwards as gods. See how ignorant they are? Even the word love, when you switch that over, it says evoke. Because the Father spoke to me last week, and at that time I didn't want to speak to anyone, because when y'all be getting this, when he's on fire with this information like that in me, I'll be like, the Father, nobody don't know about that. They don't know about that. They don't get that. And it's almost like, but it ain't for them, it's for you. I said, all right. But what am I gonna do with it? What am I gonna do with it? Just do it. Just hold it. Just hold it. And that's the endurance. That's the pain of it. It's because when the Ruach is teaching you and you want to share it, and the Ruach got you full of his spirit, then you just got to stand there and hold that bad boy. Hold it, because he's holding you. He's definitely holding you. He's holding all that up in you. Just hold it. This is why I don't buckle at nobody or anything. I'm weak as we can be. I ain't gonna deny that. But when that greater one that's in me, hey, I am strong. I'm weak as we can be. I am a female down to the lowest degree. But when that Ruach pull up in me, I'm a different. I'm out of that. Yeah. 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 Right. I know you don't know nothing about that. But the Most High Yah, he has been what he said he is, a keeper. What is it he keeping, Deborah? Oh, he's a keeper. He keep me clothed in my right mind. That's one thing. He keep me steadfast and unmovable in his word. Oh yeah, he's a keeper. He's everything that was said that he was. But with me, that he is. And that he's gonna be. This is what people don't want to hear, and they don't need to hear, because they came here that way. They came here the way that they are. That's why they cannot see. They cannot hear. Because they came here the way that they are. They came here that way. So as time go on, and I mean time is going on, even though a lot of y'all might not see it, I see it. I see the darkness to the point where it can't even get any darker. I see the way that it is. And you know what? I got an issue. I got a serious issue. The more I'm seeing it for what it is, I can kind of see myself trying to prepare certain things in which I should not. Because it's not going to be defeated by what I prepare for. It's going to be defeated by he that is greater in me than he that's in this world. How about that? How about that? So, Deborah, even when you're preparing, I'm learning to shoot. But see, that's another thing. I went to this class for carrying. And when I went to the class, I went in there thinking, okay, this is, now y'all check this out. This is how crazy it is. I went in there and they said 8 hours. 8 hours? Who want to be in a class for 8 hours? And I was like, oh no. But this is what they tell you have to have. I said, okay, I'm gonna go and go to that class. And when I went into that class, there were Europeans there, and there was like me and this other black guy, but it was mostly Europeans. And elderlies were there, elderly people older than I was. And all these Europeans were talking about when I had guns, because my father, we all learned how to shoot when we were little kids. All these elderly people, and I'm like looking at everybody. And me and this black guy, we were just saying that we just, he just started and I just started. And we were just looking, we were just listen to them. They've been playing with guns, y'all, for a mighty long time. Y'all, they've been playing with guns for a mighty long time, y'all. They've been playing with guns for a long time. Woo, Father, y'all. Just like I went to that class for suicide. Find out that their kids been committing, attempting suicide since they were little bitty kids. And I'm like, how could that be, Father? See, sister, y'all will put me in situations just so I can learn. And I appreciate that. Is it heartache and sorrow? Yes. But that ruach in you is truly the comforter of all things. Woo! That ruach will comfort you in the midst of any and everything. I'm a living witness. That's why. I'm a living witness. But as I was in this class, I'm sitting here saying, okay, I got to learn because what I'm seeing on down the road. See, I have to be seeing something to want to go to the class and seeing things on coming that's not coming, that's out here for real. This stuff is out here. It's real, you guys. And I said, okay, I'm going to have something to, my whole idea wasn't to carry like outside. Mine is to protect in my household. So I'm like, okay, I'm going there. And the man was teaching the class, and it, you know what's so sweet, y'all? Let me tell y'all something. This man that was there, that was teaching the class, I tell y'all, if you treat people right, people gonna treat you right. I have never ever had a police that pulled up to me in all my 64 years. Hi, 64 years, October the 2nd. Have they ever pulled up and was negative with me? Was negative. I am a mother of many babies, and 2 passed away. So I went in to have at least 8 babies. Every baby I went in to have a baby, they treated me delicate. They treated me like I was the newborn. Okay. When I went to this class, he made sure he focused on me. So they gave us like 6 breaks in between them 8 hours. And the second break, I said, wait a minute, something going on, something wrong with this. And I said to him, I said, you know what? I went to him and I said, you know what? I got to go out and I got to come in different. He said, well, what do you mean? I said, I need to change this. I don't want to come into this class with this idea of protecting me. I don't want that. I didn't know where it come from. I just told him, I don't want to go in here protecting me. I came in here to get the class, to learn about the gun law and how to use a gun and so on. But I don't want to come in here like that. I said, everybody else come in here for protection, and because they've been using it all their lives. Yeah, these people have been using guns for a mighty long time. They got guns from their great grandfather. They got everything. They got guns galore, y'all. These Europeans. Yes. So what happened is I told him, look, I came into it. I said, you know what? I want to say this. And this was him and I was on one in the room. I said, I had to go out. I'm coming in different. He said, well, what do you mean by this? I say, I don't want to come to this class with this whole idea of I'm coming so that I can understand the law and for protection, how to protect myself with the gun. I'm coming into it different. He said, well, what do you mean? I said, I'm coming to it with a different frame. I'm coming into this bad boy as a sport. And I said, let me explain to you why. I'm 63 years old. That's what age I was last week. And every time I went after any type of sports, I nailed that bad boy. I nailed it. And I feel that I want to have a different spirit coming in here, talking about a gun to protect me when I know who my protector is. I need to switch it over and use it as a sport. Even though guns are not a sport, it can do 2 things. It can cause you to hunt for food, and it can cause you to kill. Most people use it to kill, even though they try to use it as to hunt. You got too many people out here, and y'all do not know anything about this, but I'm going to share it with you. You got too many people buying ammunition galore for the war that they're looking forward to. I'm telling him that I'm going into it. Each time we come back into this class, I'm looking at it as a sport and not as a defense or something to protect as a safety. I'm looking at it as a sport. Because if I can look at it as a sport, guess what? Sister Deborah can nail that bad boy. What do I mean? I can learn how to use this gun as a sport. Now, say for instance, someone enter in, they dead. Because once y'all give me that ability to learn it in the sports realm, hey, they gone. Don't come in this house. All my life, that's how it has been. All my life. Whenever hey, a couple of weeks ago, I was in it, woke up and he said, do it yourself. And I'm like, what do you mean do it myself? He said, do it yourself. Y'all was telling me, don't you go out and buy no garden bed. Do it yourself. And y'all, I heard it just as clear can be. Do it yourself. So my ex-husband said, what you gonna do? I said, I don't know. I got a greenhouse and he told me to do it myself. So guess what, y'all? I did it myself. I did it. And you talking about look good. When my kids saw it, they said, oh, mama, this look really just as nice. And I just think about how the Father knows what he has invested in my hand. He knows what he has invested in my hands. My hands have always been like that all my life. Whatever I put my hands to, bam, successful. Always. Anything I go after, y'all, I'm always able to nail it. And if you see what I built, I'm going to show it to you, my greenhouse. All what I'm saying is, check this out. Check this out. I came here like that. Praise the mighty Yah. I came here like that. Praise the mighty Yah. See? Come here. You came here that way. You see? So when I told this man this, he said, you know what? Nobody ever said it like that. I know ain't nobody gonna ever say, I ain't said this to him. I know ain't nobody ever gonna say it like this. So I'm gonna tackle this 8-hour class, and already I got 6 more hours, but I'm gonna see it as not a safety or a defense or a protection. I'm gonna use it as a sport. So before we can get our certificate, we have to go into the gun range and we have to shoot a certain way in the center. Bam! This bad girl nailed that bad boy. Yes, I did. He said, I thought you said you didn't know how. I know I told you that. But you see it, don't you? Deborah, great shooting. That's what he said. See, if you switch it out of the natural and bring it into the spirit realm and let the spirit show you how to attack that which is natural, you're going to nail it every time. But what we don't want that. We don't want him participating in nothing. See, Yah will give you the change of mind. Because in me, I already know he is my protector. And of this flesh, he's still my protector. But guess what? Live or die, he still is who he is. How about that? How about that? If I live or die, he's still who he is. He don't come down because I'm dead or I get killed. Oh, no. Live or die. He is who he is. And that don't change. So going back to where I say they came here like that. I came here like this. So therefore, it ain't nothing nobody on this earth going to be able to buckle up on or buckle down. Because I came here like this. And then he turned around and pulled up with the ruach. Get out of my way. Get out of my way. How about that? How about that? So the whole idea of this message is to let you know they came here that way. So expecting people to be who they are. And yes, I gave you the gift of discernment. And you cannot discern. You can discern the flesh as if it's wicked or if it's good. But you discerning the spirit is what I want you to be in tune with. See, Yah is not too keen with the flesh. You can't worship and serve him in the flesh. He's not too all up on the flesh. But you know what he'll do? Greater is the spirit realm. It'll cause that flesh to stand down. You see? But see, people don't know nothing about that. Because they so busy hung up on all this soul, they don't understand the capacity of the spirit. Yah is a spirit. He gave you an image like unto him, which is a spirit. He gave you a spirit. That's what he did when he breathed into your nostrils. He breathed you in a spirit, which is his image. Didn't he tell you he was going to give you his image and his likeness? He gave you a spirit. Why? So when he come and abide in you, he can come only in your spirit, not in your flesh. Flesh got to stand down, and it's not going to, because you came here that way. He that is born of the flesh is of the flesh. He that is born of the spirit is of the spirit. What's the key word? Born. That means you came here like that. See, you missed it, then you went over your head. He that is born of the flesh is of the flesh. He that is born of the spirit is of the spirit. What's the key word? Born. You came here like that. See, so when you try to blame other folks for your attitude, for your personalities, for your feelings, for your emotion, the way you think, the way you feel, the way you act, you better check yourself. And more often, if you have to go to the mirror of your restroom or your bathroom and look in the mirror, check yourself 24/24 if you have to. But you need to get that stuff checked. Because when it's all said and done, baby, this sister sees some things. I see what's going on. I see what's going on. I see what is taking place, what is before us. And it ain't no play. So while you playing in your garden, you better be careful while you're there. Because you came here that way. You'd have made it about you and your garden and you and what you have and what this is. I'm gonna tell y'all something, y'all. I sat up in that little greenhouse and I sat there and I said, heck. People gonna try to steal my stuff. The rabbits probably even try to eat it up. Humans, if they get hungry, they have to close down the store. They'll come in here and try to steal all my vegetables. You think I care? Do you really think I care? Do you really, really, really think I would care? I don't give a rat's behind somebody steal what I have. Because that's where I got a sickness at. None of it means that much to me. Sometimes I wonder, do I set it there for them to steal? That's how gone I am. I look at it, if you're going to go that route, I hate that you invade my privacy, but hey, you needed it. That's how my life has always been. I sat back and I said, should I put a fence around this here greenhouse so nobody can't go in there? Should I do this? Should I do it? I ain't about to do nothing. I done grew myself in my garden. I'm going to grow it. And if it's there, it's there. If it ain't, it ain't. Because that garden ain't my keeper. No gun is not my keeper. Y'all, this thing is real. And guess what? I came here like that. I didn't just become what I'm thinking now and the way that I am. I came here like that. You came here like you are. And who are you? Some people don't even want to know who they are. They that ugly. They don't want to go to the mirror and really look and say, well, who am I? Because they're subject to see really their true identity. But I, Sister Deborah, I say unto you, it's over. He ain't coming to make the crooked straight and the straight crooked. But like I said, also, let me explain something to you. I'm gonna put this in a form that I know it's gonna go over y'all heads, and many of y'all won't even understand it. But it's really, this here is really great food for Israel and Judah. What I'm gripping is this, and I know I'm not allowed. I should not be allowed, but he don't care. He don't care if I asked him. I got an issue. I'm trying to grip this. Why would you choose those people and you knew that they were the ugly of the ugliest? And if you knew they were the ugliest of the ugliest and they were the way that they were, they still that way. They didn't look to you. They didn't turn to you. They didn't glorify you. Matter of fact, when you son your son to die for their sins, they said, so what? Crucify him. And then at that moment, he was telling me, he said, Deborah, the day that Yeshua was crucified, he said that Israel and Judah feast and party. See, I didn't know that. That's not in this book. It's not going to be in this book because these are words. But the Ruach told me that. That's the mindset of the people that I chose to be under my name. So I'm like saying, okay, why would you want that? He said, how long has that been, Deborah? Since the beginning of time, Father, y'all. Oh, yeah. They came here like that. They came here like that. Now, let me show you the victory in it. I said, now, wait a minute. You're beginning to show me too much of the reality of truth. And I'm finna pull up into something that's powerful. And I say, and it's real powerful, Father, because I'm kind of getting messed up from the floor up right up in here. Wait a minute, because what I'm understanding, check this out, y'all. You keep speaking to me, you keep telling me this, and you keep telling me they did. But yet, on the other end, somewhere along the line, right in the tip end, there was a reason why heavens assigned them to be under your name. You assigned these people to be under your name, knowing the conduct of these people. He said, Deborah, let me tell you one thing. Did I not send Yeshua, born of a woman, the Son of Man, for the blood sacrifice, for the lamb that is slaughtered for them same people? Did not I do that, Deborah? I didn't say hold back. I released him to come for the sins. He died, shed the blood for the sin. But guess what, Deborah? You know it. You know that you know that I came down too. I came down as the Son of Man, as the Son of Yah, with the Son of Man. I brought the kingdom down with him. Woo-wee. And I titled him the Son of Yah, the beloved, the only begotten. Because that was the only one I got, was me. So I did that, Deborah. Did you know I did all that knowing that these were the ugliest people on the face of the earth? And I'm not talking about appearance. I'm talking about the people themselves. I did all that for them, Deborah. How many times were they in captivity? And how many times did I release them, Deborah? Ooh-wee! Ooh-wee! How many times did they disobey me? How many times did they kill my servants, I son, Deborah. This is the same people you're dealing with today, Deborah. That's why you can actually say they're looking at you cockeyed. Because you know they're the same people that was then. These are the offsprings. They have not changed. I said I was coming back for the fathers, wicked and evil through the children, 3 to 4 generation. They never end. So why would I do all of that? Never step in to change the way that they are. Israel and Judah, Yah never changed you. He never changed your ugliness, your wickedness, and your evil. He left you just the way that you really were, because you came here like that. Why? Because heavens assigned you to be as ugly as you are. And I'm talking about really ugly people. And I'm not talking about the outer man. I'm talking about the inner man. Ugly as ugly can get. And performing on the outer. So it is the outer man in a sense as well, because your conduct don't mount up or don't line up with the one that has signed you under his name. Woo! You know why you so ignorant? You have not understood that the name that was at the top of the list was the Creator himself. And if he is at the top of the list and he put your ugly self on the list, on his list, that should tell you something. But he said, Deborah, they don't get it. They came here that way. So now what do I have to do? If you chose them knowing, as you know, Adam and Eve was going to choose the tree of knowledge of good and evil. You knew that. That's why you put the tree there. See, I know about my father, y'all. I know how he rumbled. So therefore, you too knew that Israel and Judah would never respect you, honor you, magnify you, glorify you. You knew that. You knew that, Father, y'all. So you suffered them to come here like that. He said, in order for anything to be established and built, it has to be torn down. This people, no one ever done anything to them. So no one never tore them down. They just too ignorant to see themselves for what they are. I figured 400 years, Deborah, they would see a little bit of something. I just assumed that they would. I didn't think that it would change them, but at least they could say something. They can't. Because they are as ugly can be. And they think they're the angels of the heaven. Not understanding. They came here that way. That's why it didn't matter. I'm going to show you an example. He said it didn't matter that he sent Moses and Aaron to Pharaoh to let the people go. All that time, I was hardening Pharaoh's heart so that they won't let him go, so that those same people that I was talking about, Deborah, will recognize and say, oh, wow, truly, there is a creator. He loves us. He's given us his power. He's protecting us. He's allowing these plagues to go up on Pharaoh and his people and not hit us. Did Israel, Judah ever see that? No, not even to today. They never see the work of this creator's hand. They didn't see it then and they don't see it now. When he brought them out, he parted the Red Sea. He drowned Pharaoh's army. Today, you don't hear them preaching and teaching. Even their children today can't live that history because they ain't got sense enough to realize and appreciate the one that sunned them down under his name. They just that bad, y'all. We are a people just that bad. I know. We want to believe that we are all this and that. He said 400 years, you would think 1 or 2 of them would get it. But they ain't going to get it because they came here that way. Okay? So the key to it with me is an issue that I would have. I think about him pulling them out of Pharaoh's army, bringing them to the wilderness. See, first and foremost, if he has the ability to allow all these plagues to come upon Pharaoh and not hit Israel and Judah, right then Israel and Judah should have seen the mighty right hand and the stretched out arm of the Father, and they didn't see it. Preachers, bishops, priests, pastors, watchmen, seers, Maureen, none of them today can see the right hand nor the stretched out arm. Back in the days when he delivered them out of the arm of the bondage of Pharaoh. Right here today. That's why they can't teach it. That's why they can't preach it. They never saw it. Judah and Israel are very ugly people. They are the ugliness of the ugliness. Why? Because they always had the Creator in front of them and in back of them. Every army David fought, every army Israel and Judah had to defeat to go place to place. Guess who fought it? Yah fought it before them. They didn't have to fight it. Yah always fought it. Even all the battles David would tell you, every battle he fought, Yah fought it for him. See how we still won't give him the glory? We still won't give his creator the honor, even to today. Now, they talk about their history. People, your history is found within, not without. Nobody on the outside can tell you your history better than the Ruach HaKodesh in you. He'll tell you your history. Because this mess you're learning now is what your flesh desires. But the true history is found within you, which is the Holy Spirit of the Most High Yah that was found in the Son of Man, that came with the Son of Man, that taught the Son of Man to speak to you about himself. That was the Holy Spirit in him, teaching us him himself. That's why Yeshua said, "Our Father," because he knew what was speaking through him. He knew that he's more of his Father as he is our Father. So he said, "Our Father, which are in heaven." You see? Here go Israel, going into captivity after captivity after captivity for their disobedience, for their wrongdoing. Y'all pulled up and said, "Okay, y'all, when you do wrong, take some animals, sacrifice them, and go your way and don't sin." You know what they do? They would sin, go sacrifice, come home, sin again, go get up, sacrifice, sin again, go home, sin again. That's how Job got stuck on constantly getting up early in the morning, sacrificing 10 animals for the sins of his 10 children. Just imagine how many years he had to do that. That's a lot of days, y'all. Is it 365 days in a year? Ooh-wee. Just imagine how many years he had to do that. Y'all needed to break him out. How did he break him out? Get rid of these kids so you won't have to sacrifice like that no more, Job. I'm going to take them out. See, y'all don't know who y'all messing with when you're messing with y'all servants. And then y'all, what did Job say? "Ye though you slay me, ha ha ha, yet I shall trust in you." He letting you know, slay me all you want. He's the only one I'm going to trust in. See, Job know it. Satan knew his right hand and his power. I don't get it. So here are all these people, Israel and Judah, year 2024, they don't know no more than they were in Genesis than they do today. And they like to claim Torah. Everything he has done is your history for you to teach. But you cannot teach the history of who you are until the Holy Spirit is in you to give you what to teach. The Holy Spirit must give you what to teach. Why? Because he's the only one knows what the people need. You don't. Sister Deborah don't. Only he himself knows. And just because I'm giving him what Yah is giving me, it's food for the spirit. For what? That one. That one. That one. Do I desire that one? I desire that one as well. Because I would love to know that one that's in the land. I would love to know the one that's in the land. I got something to get. I need to check something. We run our tails around here. You cannot. Love is a word of the world. Love. And just because it's applied to this book and you didn't master it in the book, you cannot master it against my Father. You cannot apply it, because if you flip it backwards, it says evil. Then look up that word and see what else you come up with. So you have to be able to understand that the book is words, but the word, he came down with the Son of Man. That's the real word. And that's why when Yeshua got ready to ascend, ascend, he said what? What did he say? I must go. Ooh-wee! But he's coming back. With something powerful than it was in me. And you're going to do greater miracle signs and wonders. Why haven't you seen that? You know why? You ain't got them out here. They're not out here. That's believing him in what he said that will come. Wait for him. Tarry for him, because he's coming. And let me tell you what he's bringing with him. He's going to be a comforter. He's going to be a teacher to all things. He's going to be a revealer. He's going to show you things to come. He's going to even bring things back to your remembrance, how you like him now. But he's going to come. I'm gone, so he may come. And he's going to live in you forever. Where is Israel? Where is Judah? They don't know. They don't even know where they at. They don't know where they been. They don't know where they going. So what did that lead to? But the end of my conversation is they came here that way. And what the Father is teaching me while I'm speaking to you is that there's a mystery in that, Deborah. Grip it. And what he's saying is, you know the mystery. Accept it. Is the mystery heavy for me? Yes. Because living down here on this earth as a prophetess in the wilderness, and I see these people and the ugliness of the ugliness of the ugliness people on the earth. See, let me tell you why. What make them ugly? If you are the chosen to be listed under his name, then therefore something about you should show the world who he is. Ooh-wee! But instead, the world don't want to see you to be nothing but less than human. Just imagine had Israel come down here as the chosen ones to be chosen to do and to be the light. He only handpicked the ones of his life out of Israel and out of Judah. Outside of that, the whole overall of Judah and Israel is lost with the cause and without one. And what he's saying to me as I'm speaking to you, tell them they came here that way. That means that ugly I say that Israel is, that ugly I say that Judah is, when y'all want me to let you know you came here that way. And that is to say, you're going to leave here that way. Well, Deborah, you really you kind of getting deep, can't you? Yes, you came here that way, and you're going to leave here that way. What do you mean? Look at all he done for us when he brought our people out of Egypt. Did it change the people? No. He brought them out. They died in the wilderness. Do you think they cared? No. Nonchalant. They don't care. Those are the same people who died in the wilderness is what you see today, y'all. These are just their offsprings. Same thing. When I say you're looking at me cockeyed, you need to look at me cockeyed, because you're the same people that was looking at Moses and Aaron cockeyed. And every prophet that came to you to say, stop this. Y'all say this, y'all say that. But wait a minute, Father. You mean to tell me all these thousands of years you sent a prophet amongst Israel and Judah, knowing that these people could not change? You knew that they came here like that to the point where there's no change in them. I still salute it. I salute that bad boy. I salute your will and your way. For it is perfect in my eye and in my ear. Your way or your way alone is perfect. No matter which way it goes, I salute it in the name of the Most High Yah. I salute your will. And what he said is he is known to take the worst of the worst and turn it into the best of the best. Israel came down here this way. That's why Abraham had to go into an uttermost darkness. Y'all didn't know that, did you? A lot of y'all don't care, but you want to run around here, think you somebody, and you know everything. See, Abraham went into two visions. He went into one vision and one dream. That vision was spiritual. That dream was what it's going to come upon the people. Abraham didn't go in that vision, wake up in that vision, was worried about it. Y'all didn't want him worried about it, caught up from the throw up about y'all ugly tails. He didn't want Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob to be worried about, they people going into captivity. He didn't want Joseph and David and nobody to be worried about that, because these are ugly people, Deborah. They were ugly then and they ugly now. So you understand that they are that ugly, like I understand it from the kingdom, because they came down here like that. And who has the power to allow them to be the way that they are? I, the one that sent them down. And because of that reason, I the one sent them down, and I'm going to be the one in Mount Zion to restore. A people who never obeyed me, a people who disobeyed, no matter pulling them out of every captivity they ever went into, putting them back into it, causing them to die by great numbers, Deborah. Nothing changed the people. So while you as a prophetess, you down here on the earth and you seeing it for what it is, and you trying to hoop and holler and trying to get me to say, well, no, I'm not. These people been this ugly since the beginning of time. They came down here that way. They are used for me to be seen in glory. Not in the glory, because that's what he called Mount Zion. Glory. So what he gonna take? So when y'all run around here, wonder why they treat y'all the way that they treat y'all, and you wonder why they see you less than human. Believe it or not, you have conducted yourself in that manner for a long time. All you have to do is go back and say, well, okay, well, why did we get here? How did we get here? If you skip Deuteronomy 28 and go to Isaiah chapter 3, you go to Ezekiel chapter 36, and you see when he telling Ezekiel, you stand down and listen. These people were like this in the promised land. So you're not over here being a way because somebody made you this way. You're over here being the way that you have always been, said the Most High God. Somewhere along the line, he figured, not that he didn't know though. At least those who have the light would pull up and see it for what it is. I'm one. I'm one of those. That there's no change in you. It's not meant for you to have any change. So what did he do? Tell you what, Deborah, I want you to pay attention to what I said. I said they came in cursed. They're going to leave out cursed. So if they thinking they are going to build up in this country, they're going to have this, and have this, get this, do this, let them think that way. Ain't nothing coming to them. This is how messed up these people have always been. Their mind frame. They never turned to him. They never glorified or exalt him. They never put their focus on the Most High Yah. He said when they was in the promised land, they did the same thing they doing now. And you hooping and hollering about them killing each other. But what about when I saw them in the promised land, Deborah? Ain't no heathens, no Gentiles, no Europeans, nobody over there bothering them. I gave them the promised land, the best land on the earth. I gave it to them, Deborah. They was over there killing each other then. Judah today don't even know he Judah. Judah today don't even know that he is what you are listed under the name of the Father. He have no idea. And this is where the people should have been in this land. Since they got all this platform, this is what they should have been doing in Hebrews. Directing the people to who they are. Instead, they wanted to control the people. They wanted to manipulate the minds of the people. They wanted to get them under a tradition and a rulership and a leader's position. Stand down, clowns. Nobody needs no one to lead them outside of the rock of the Most High Yah. That's the only one should be leading them, guiding them, and showing them the way. But this is what Judah is. This is what Israel is. This is how they have always been. Why do you think the others stayed in the wilderness and died in the wilderness? Come on now. And then the children came out. Why was they keep going into captivity? Because they kept doing the opposite. Y'all said right, they said left. Y'all said up, they said down. They never followed Yah. They never followed the leaders in which Yah sent, the servants Yah sent to them. They never followed them, you guys. They never obeyed a word coming out of the mouth of the prophets. Never did. So you think I'm supposed to stand here and expect you to hear me? No. You come here like that. You come here like that. I can't move the right hand in the stretched out arm of the Most High Yah. No man can. So you come here like this. But the key to it is, he talks about how he's gonna lead you around the rivers and guide you this way and that way. He's gonna bring you this way and that way. That's that right hand, that stretched out arm, gonna lead you to Mount Zion. And when it gets you there, ooh-wee, ooh-wee, everything Israel and Judah came here, the way of Judah and Israel, the mindset, the heart of Israel and Judah, the spirit of Israel and Judah. Oh, he's going to restore it all. Y'all going to put his new spirit in y'all. He's going to put a new mind in you. He's going to put a heart. He's going to put two hearts, one for the spirit and one for the flesh. He's going to restore you. Now, who's going to put a heart, a flesh heart in a human being at the age of 60 and 70, 50, 40, 32? Even the baby's going to have a new heart. Because Yah said, I'm going to put a new heart in you in the flesh. And he said, I'm going to put a new heart in you in the spirit. He's going to restore you. Why? Because he's going to get the glory at the end. That's why I said, don't come telling me somebody going to fight my Yah. You can't fight that right hand, that stretched out arm. Do you know what that is, y'all? Do you really know what that means? Do y'all understand when in the Garden of Eden, when he created the mist to come upon the dirt, do you know that right hand and that stretched out arm formed that bad boy Adam? Did y'all know that? No, you don't, do you? You was formed by the right hand of the Father. That's why he said, I'll form you in your mother's womb. Who is that forming me? That right hand power of who Yah is. Do you know that? No, you don't. You don't know nothing. You don't know nothing. But you think you know something. So I'm like saying, okay, now, so what are you saying? I want you to keep speaking. You know you got to land, don't you? You know you got to land. But I want you to keep speaking. The words I give you is your choice to be able to speak it or hold it. But whatever you give, keep giving spirit and truth. Give that word in the spirit realm, Deborah, that they may see. And in seeing, they may have some type of hope to look forward to taking it from here to there. But they came here that way. I want you to know that. You can't make the crooked straight. Why? Because they came here like that. You can't make the straight crooked. Why? Because they came here like that. When Yeshua was pulling up the parables, Yeshua pulled up the parables of the sower, sowing the seeds. Hey, they came here like that. Heavens had already orchestrated it. And you know what? The power in the words in which I'm saying is like a two-edged sword. It can pierce you either way, but only he that is of the Spirit of Yah. Because what I've just said to you all is great power. No one wants to hear it. Why? Because they came here that way. But in Mount Zion, where all he's going to do to restore. And guess what, y'all? There should he get all the glory, the honor, the world, you guys. I want Judah and Israel to understand this. This is so powerful. When I had an issue with reading and then going back to the Father, said, wait a minute, too much of this in here talking about the heathens, the heathens. I'm so sick of hearing the heathens. What's the deal with these heathens? You all don't even understand. Y'all want to send a message to the heathens and the Gentiles. Y'all want to send a message to all the nations. Only one message y'all want to the nation. Only one message y'all sending to the nations, y'all. Only one message y'all want the nations to know. Only one message he wants the Europeans, the heathens, and the Gentiles to know. One message and one message only. And that message is going to come from Mount Zion. It ain't going to come from me preaching to you all or speaking to you all, spirit and truth. I can stand on the mountaintop of the world and the whole world can listen to me. And the whole world will deny every word I'm saying, meaning they will walk away, never as if they didn't hear a word I said. But when you get to that Mount Zion, when y'all restore the land, when y'all restore the people, that's the victory, y'all. A lot of y'all too ignorant to know that. You're very ignorant. You don't know that. That's the victory right there. Why? He pulled up on me and said, and the heathens, the Gentiles, and all nations shall know. What is they going to know? That I am the Most High. I am the Creator. I am the Father. I am all there is, all there were, and all there going to be. I am all power. I am all authority. And the Gentiles, and I really get a kick out of when he said, and the heathens. He said, and the heathens gonna know. See, we want to teach this thing the way we want to feel it. But see, you got to teach this thing the way it is in truth. He constantly keeps saying the heathen, the heathen. I said, hold up. I'm getting sick of hearing this heathen. What's this deal with this? What's this relationship with you and the heathen? Because I'm going to show them who I am. And how I'm going to show them who I am through the people that I am has put under my name. I'm going to restore the ugly of the ugliest people on the earth right before their faces. And the land that they thought they had and they destroyed, I'm going to restore it like the Garden of Eden. They're going to see what they have not seen. They're going to hear what they have not heard. And that is when I restore Mount Zion. Guess what? The heathen, the nations, the Gentiles, the strangers is going to know that I am, that I say that I am. And they're going to worship me and exalt me for who I am. That's where he's going to get victory. That's y'all getting victory after all these thousands of years. Is when he can take the worst of the worst, which is Israel and Judah, which they have been, they is, and they still are, and restore them in the midst of the whole world. And the world shall see them. Because I am that I am. And they're going to know not that Israel is all that, not that Judah is all that, but the Most High Yah is all power, all authority, and is the I am, the creator of all things. It's when they see Jerusalem and Israel restored. They see the people that have come to this from where 4 corners of the earth. They see them people. What are they doing there? How did they get there? What? Wait a minute. The land has been restored. And it looks like the Garden of Eden. How could that be? How could they get from here to there. How could this be? Truly, those people been ugly, rotten, nasty. They've been everything negative on the earth. Not because the people say that we are, because we were, y'all. And that's why you refuse to read that study guide to see the ugliness of your people. The Judah and so-called melanated people in this country and on the four corners that represent those that are listed under his name, you all have set your tails around here and did nothing, said nothing, applied nothing, but wanted the world to see you to be something. But y'all said you're going to be nothing. You're going to be nothing. You're going to come in cursed. You're going to go out cursed. So I don't know what y'all looking for the world to give you. I don't know what America, why you want this president and why you want this. You want a reparation. You want this. You want this. They ain't giving you a rat's behind. You're coming in cursed and you're going out cursed. Now, can we say that about the first Exodus? No. They was giving them reparations and things to take out with them. And they were not cursed. See, that's what I'm saying. Y'all do not understand. There's a big, big difference than the first coming out of Egypt and the second one that's to come. Big difference. But because you're stiff-necked, rebellion, and disobedient, you don't want to see it no way but the way your flesh want to desire it. And y'all said, let them see it. They done wronged me all this time. They never was going to get it right. Why? They came here like that. Never they came here like that. That's why he could easily say in Deuteronomy 28, you're going to be destroyed here because you came here like that. He said, you came here like that. You're going to be destroyed, and you are destroyed because your sense, you don't make sense of nothing. You don't see the difference between right and wrong. You don't see the difference between the light and the darkness. You still thinking that you can rule, you can be king, you can be leader, you can rule something. You the head. All the stupid things that haven't proved that you the head, you the ruler, you the king, you the lion. Where have you been 400 years, bro? Where is that identity? For 400 years, you ain't became nothing. You ain't gonna be nothing. Why? They shall be destroyed, Deborah. Deuteronomy 28. That's the end game of Deuteronomy 28. And he said it in there 7 to 8 times, maybe more, at the end. Letting you know you're going to be destroyed. So you're going to leave out of here cuckoo clock like you came in cuckoo clock. You know why I know you came in cuckoo clock? Because you came from the promised land. I know you came from over Africa scattered, but before then you was in the promised land. You was doing the same mess you're doing now. So you cuckoo clock all the way around. See, I see what the Father is saying. I see what he's doing. I'm not afraid to tell y'all the truth of the whole matter, what's going on, what is, what was, and what's going to be. But what I like is how he can throw that football. He can throw that ball. He's saying it's going to land in his hand. He's going to catch that ball in his hand. He's going to throw the ball and catch it at the same time. Who can do that? Who can throw a football and run down there and catch it at the same time before it lands? The Most High Yah. That's what he did. Israel going to end up over in the promised land and Judah. And that's where he's going to restore them. He's not going to restore you during the journey, you guys. He's not going to restore you while you in your captivity. So all this whole ignorant stuff these men talking about, we need to come together, we need to do this together, that's a trap, y'all. All our men are out there trying to start a way that they want you to think it is the way, but they have dropped the ball along the way. And that started in the beginning. Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, David, them are what you call spiritual seeds. You can find them in Matthew chapter 1. Those are all the spiritual seed that came down here. The one he told Satan in Genesis chapter 3, verse 15, you're going to have your seeds, I'm going to have mine. We about to rumble. Let's go. And all of y'all sitting y'all tails around here thinking you know something. You don't know nothing. You never knew nothing. But the victory in it all is to see what he's establishing It's beautiful. And I thought about all the messages that I have put out and how much fire of Yah is in it. And when I say fire of Yah, it ain't in there to where, and that's another thing, the way he teach me and I try to bring it out for you all, it just seems like that fire is not lit as the way he gave it to me. But what I like about it is he's giving it to his servant. His servant is giving it to a bunch of people that's on here and hope that that one is in the midst. And that one don't mean one as a saint, just one. The one means the spiritual one. Okay. That's what the oneness means. Okay. Many will come and go. And I love it. I love it for people to come and go. But what I decided to do is when I see that take place, I have, I think it's something in the live that I need to wipe people away. Even when they try to come back, cancel them out so they cannot come back. Because I think darkness go in and out. Light remain until it get brighter, brighter, brighter. And then what? Take the light and go plant it in the midst of darkness. That's how I see people should be in the live chat. That's how I see people sit amongst pastor, bishop, mooring, seers, watchmen, apostles, and sitting in the sanctuary. You get all the light you need, which is food for the spirit, and then you go out and you share with someone else. You start your platform. You start speaking to others. That's what I think is righteous. That's what I think and I feel Yah is about. It is not about staying and saying, well, no, I don't have enough. Until you are ready, then you go out. But when you come on this platform with your control mindset, if I don't say it the way you want it or I think it, and if I say something and it fits you, that what I'm saying is like a shoe that fits your feet, you put not on one foot, you put it on both and get your tail somewhere and sit down and stop clowning. Because if I'm saying something and what I'm saying and the shoe fit your feet, put that bad boy. Don't put just the left on, put the right on and get your tail somewhere and sit down. And judge yourself daily. That no man may judge you. Because if I'm speaking and the shoe seems to fit you and you get offended, put both shoes on. How about that? Lace them bad boys up. But get your tail somewhere and sit down. And if it costs you to move on, not only move on, pull on out of here. And don't return. Because if you're thinking it means something to Sister Deborah, it don't. I got a lane to run in. Where is yours? Where's your lane? I'm giving you what the Spirit gives me. And if the shoe fit your, you know how somebody go to the shoe store and you put on one, hey, put both of them bad boys on. If what I'm saying fitting your big foot, put it on and get somewhere and sit down. And then judge yourself daily. See if them shoes don't hurt your feet. They're going to hurt your feet because when you put them on, it matches you. And then your feet and your corns and your toes begin to hurt because you're being judged by what was said. Praise the mighty Yah. So I, Sister Deborah, say unto you all, they came here like that. Shalom and shalom.